Good day, students at home. Yesterday we looked at federalism in Nigeria. Today we'll be looking at unitary system of government. We have 3 lesson objectives. The first one will be looking at the meaning of unitary government, state the main features of unitary government, examine the advantages and disadvantages of unitary government. Then the 5th one will be the reason for the adoption of unitary government. I will quickly rush it. A unitary system of government is one in which all powers for the running of a state are invested in the hand of a single or central authority. In this system, there is nothing like division of power. The Constitution does not give or does not share constitutional power with other bodies apart from the central government. Let's look at features of unitary government. Number 1, single level of government. It shows that only one level, called the central or the federal government. Delegation of power and function. The central government can delegate function, but it cannot share political powers. It can only delegate to other subordinate bodies. Flexible constitution. Every unitary system of government is flexible. That is, it can be easily amended. No division of powers. I've said that. Parliamentary supremacy. In federal system of government, it is the constitution that is supreme. But in unitary system of government, it is the parliament that is supreme. No constitutional conflict. There's nothing like constitutional conflict, unlike the federal system of government. Nothing like constitutional conflict between the central government and the subordinate bodies, because they do not share powers. The central government possesses all. Advantages of unitary system of government: reduction in cost of government. There is nothing like duplication of offices. So, reduction in the cost of government. Quick decision. There's nothing like wide consultation. In federal system of government, the federal government needs to do what we call consultation. But here, quick action. Stable government. The government is always stable because it has no rival. Uniformity of the level of development. No conflict of authority, and flexible constitution. Let's look at disadvantages. Dictatorship, because power, they say, corrupt, and absolute power corrupt absolutely. The central government will be too strong, and that will lead to abuse of power. Poor representation in government. People living in the rural areas will not be fully represented. The government is far away from the people in the grassroots. The central government is overburdened. Yes, the central government is overburdened. Unemployment, because there's nothing like duplication of offices, many people will be unemployed, and slow development. Let's finally look at factors. Why should some countries adopt this system of government? Homogeneous factor, that is, when there is no sharp difference in language, culture, and the rest, then this system of government is good. Small country, when the country is small. Lack of fear of domination, when there's nothing like major ethnic group and minor ethnic group. Then, strong loyalty to the central government. We have looked at the unitary system of government. We will continue from our Google Classroom. If there's any question, I'll be glad to have them. Bye for now.